The determined King Vikramaditya once again returned to the tree. He brought the corpse down, placed it on his shoulder, and started walking silently toward the cremation round as usual. Then the Vetala inside the corpse spoke. "King, your courage and determination are truly admirable. Long ago there lived a prince named Surajit, who was a great warrior, yet he became frightened by dreams. To make your journey easier, I will tell you his strange story. Listen. There was a king named Sudhir who ruled his kingdom in an ideal manner. He avoided bad habits and worked day and night only for the welfare of his people. He had only one son named Surajit. When Surajit came of age, he mastered all forms of weapons and became a powerful warrior. He was very disciplined and determined. Everyone felt that when he became king, he would surpass even his father. One day, Surajit went hunting in the forest. He returned home in the evening tired and fell asleep. That night he had a dream. In the dream, while hunting, he went far away from his companions and crossed the border of his kingdom into a neighboring land. He heard loud cries nearby and rode his horse toward the noise. There he saw a dead body lying on the ground. Some women stood nearby, and soldiers were fighting fiercely with thieves. Surajit immediately drew his sword, attacked the thieves, and chased them away. The soldiers said to him, "Sir, you came like a god and saved us and our princess Pushpavati. If you meet our king, he will be very happy." Surajit agreed and went with them to the capital. The king praised his bravery and, as a reward, gave his daughter Pushpavati to Surajit in marriage. After the wedding, Surajit looked at his wife in wonder. Pushpavati was extremely beautiful and delicate, more beautiful than anything he had ever imagined. At that very moment, Surajit woke up. Pushpavati was gone. Everything was a dream. He was in his palace, and the wedding music he heard was actually the morning auspicious music played in the fort. Though it was only a dream, Pushpavati felt completely real to him. He believed she must exist somewhere in a neighboring kingdom. He decided firmly that he would marry only her. He went to his father and said, "Father, I saw a wonderfully beautiful woman in my dream. I want to marry only her." King Sudhir replied wisely, "My son, beauty and pleasure in this world are temporary. A warrior's true duty is to rule justly and earn lasting fame. Such glory is not easy to achieve." But Surajit said, "No, father, I cannot forget Pushpavati. As long as I remember her, I cannot marry anyone else." Knowing his son's stubborn nature, the king said, "Then marry the woman you desire. No one knows how long or how far you must travel to find her. Prepare well and begin your journey." Surajit set out on horseback and traveled for many days. He reached a city and stayed in the house of a poor old woman. She gave him a warm bath and good food. Exhausted from travel, he fell into deep sleep, and again he dreamed. In this dream, he lived happily with Pushpavati for some days, then returned to his kingdom. By then his father had died. The city was filled with sorrow. Surajit performed the funeral rites and was crowned king. At first he ruled for a short time, but gradually he lost interest in governance. His mind was completely filled with Pushpavati. Even a moment away from her caused him pain. He handed over all responsibilities to the ministers and spent all his time in the palace with his wife. Since the king neglected administration, the ministers became corrupt and ruled as they pleased. Disorder spread across the land. Pushpavati warned her husband many times, but Surajit replied, "The ministers are capable. They served my father too. They know governance better than I do." Corruption increased. People began to curse the king. Robberies and murders became common. Enemy kings took advantage of the situation and attacked the kingdom. Unable to tolerate it any more, Pushpavati scolded Surajit. "If I had known you were like this, I would never have married you. You are useless. The treasury is empty. Your officials have robbed you. Enemies are attacking the kingdom, and you sit inside the palace like a helpless woman." Enraged, Surajit drew his sword and killed Pushpavati. At that very moment, enemy soldiers entered the fort. Surajit tried to flee, but they surrounded and killed him. Surajit woke up in terror. Everything was a dream. He was still in the poor old woman's house. At dawn, he returned home, married the bride chosen by his father, learned the duties of kingship thoroughly while his father was alive, and after his father's death, ruled the kingdom wisely and well. After finishing the story, the Vetala asked, "King, why did Surajit stop searching for Pushpavati? Was he afraid that the dream would come true, or did his attraction to her disappear? If you know the answer and do not speak, your head will burst." Vikramaditya replied, "Surajit's fascination with beauty was born from a dream. In that same dream he also experienced the happiness and destruction caused by such obsession. Even if Pushpavati were real, she could bring him no greater joy. He did not stop searching out of fear. The real reason was the wise advice his father gave him earlier. Once the effect of the dream faded, Surajit followed that advice. As soon as the king broke his silence, the Vetala vanished along with the corpse and returned to the tree.